Hello, everyone. How's it going? Welcome to D&D News. I am Greg Tito, and I'm here to give you all the stuff you need to know what's going on in D&D world, leading up to today's episode of Dice Camera Action number 88, The Awful Crew. I'm very excited to see what happens here with this little alternate cloned version of the Waffle Crew. Pretty exciting. Chris, as always, Chris Perkins is testing the boundaries of what narrative can do with its Dungeons & Dragons game, and we think it's awesome, so can't wait to see what's happening. How are you? How is everyone going on in the chat? We are going to, yes, seize the DM. Carpe diem. Ha ha ha. You shall all be destroyed. We got lots of fun things to throw at you today in this little D&D news segment, but first, let's get started with starting up a raffle for 20 codes for Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition from our friends at Beamdog in the Frozen North. They have been working tirelessly on this game for the last few months, even more before that, but definitely trying to hone it ready for this release. It is out on Steam right now. You can play it. It is an enhanced edition of the game that came out in the early 2000s. I always get the release date wrong. I think it was 2002 is what I'm going to go with. It is amazing. It was a seminal hit at the time. People loved the RPG isometric design and the Aurora tool set, which shipped with the game that allowed people to create their own worlds, levels, stories, using all of that amazing ability in that tool set. It was really great. So go ahead and join the raffle like many of you are already. !raffle. We will draw those all at the end of D&D News and get back to you with all of the codes that you will have won. Thank you so much for everybody to stick around for the rest of this, and we'll draw at the end, as I said, right before we throw it to Chris Perkins for Dice Camera Action episode 88. If you are interested in finding out more about Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition, go to their Steam page and or the Beamdog website where you can grab it right now. As I said, it is out and it is hot. So Art and Arcana is a visual history. We recently did the, I don't know if you have the image for this, but it is, we did this last week. I'm just kind of making sure you guys know about it. It is up for pre-order. It is a huge book, tons of art, more than 700 pieces of Dungeons & Dragons art. The authors, Michael Whitwer, Kyle Newman, John Peterson, and Sam Whitwer. Some of those names are familiar to you, as well as being part of Dice Camera Action. They were in Mordenkainen, and himself, actually, was played by Sam Whitwer on previous episodes of Dice Camera Action. John Peterson is a D&D historian who's been around for a long time, and they came here into the office and just ransacked our archives and came up with art that many people have not seen very much of. So very excited for all that. And it is coming out on October 23rd of this year. You can pre-order it now. It is a great coffee table book for those of you to impress all of your fans. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Hello, Merotius and Tioni. You guys are very welcome. How's it going? I love that the little waving emote in there. So hi, how's it going? Welcome. If you'd like to join the raffle, do !raffle to get everything ready to go for those Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition codes. We will be drawing those at the end. I am wearing this amazing hoodie. I'll stand up a little bit so you can see it. Dun, dun, dun. I've got 99 problems, but a lich ain't one. This hoodie is available. It's a pullover hoodie, lightweight, totally cool. You can get it at one place only. That is Loot Crate DX, the package for this month. It is got tons of great brands in it, but this is one of the D&D items, or this is the D&D item you can get from that crate. You have to order it by April 19th at 9 p.m. Pacific time and get it. Like I said, there's lots of other great brands in this box too, so don't hesitate. Run to your nearest Loot Crate website, which is lootcrate.com/crates/DX, which I believe, yes, Obo Crazy, thank you for dropping that in the chat. It is great. I actually wear this all the time now. It's great for the summer, spring time here in Seattle. Also, just want to make sure you guys are aware, HasCon exclusive. There's a few more of these available. Dungeons & Dragons Pony Dice. That's right. These are more interesting than my face. so I'm going to keep them up on my face this whole entire time. It is available for you now. We found a new kind of palette of these after HasCon. You can buy them right now. There is a link to it, I think, that we can drop into the chat at some point. It's on the new updated D&D news page, in case you were wondering. Mrs. Lauren, I'm just going crazy. So yeah, if you like Dungeons & Dragons, you like My Little Ponies, these are the dice that you need in your household. They're pink, sparkly dice and are awesome. So I suggest you grab those while you still can, while supplies last. They are awesome. What else is happening? So ThinkGeek has been putting up a lot of amazing stuff, including one I want to let you know about, which is the Asaro Splatter Paint Hoodie. It is, I showed it during last week's D&D news. It is basically looks like Jackson Pollock designed it. It is amazing. Tons of neon paint all over the hoodie itself. There's a yellow ampersand in this area here, and then on the back you have Asaro himself glowering in yellow at you, which I think is pretty funny. If you like bright, shiny colors, this is the thing for you. Obviously, Dungeons & Dragons, we have a lot of black, dark, muted colors in everything that we do, but this is a chance to let your freak flag shine. And on top of that, we also have another thing from ThinkGeek, which is the Hawaiian Shirt. Gary Gygax himself, one of the co-creators of Dungeons & Dragons, loved to wear Hawaiian shirts, and this one is one that I think that he might really enjoy if he were still with us. It is orangish, whitish. There's the D&D ampersand is in there, and it's awesome. So you can grab those at ThinkGeek right now and make it all happen. Hey, what's up, Cypher of Tyr? How's it going? Glad to see you here in the chat. How is everybody? Oh yeah, and thank you, Lauren, for accepting all of the what are those called? Articles? No, the prefixes before your name. I will continue to use all of them, but mostly the ones that you prefer. So that's always good. So hey, how's it going, Roll Initiative? Good to see you. Hello. And Doc T, glad you're doing good. I'm a bit crazy today, planning a whole bunch of other fun stuff that's going on. So that's why I like to come in here hot and just scream at you with lots of D&D news. Some fun stuff. I know you guys are all using the Raffle commands in there, but there are some fun Twitch chat commands that you can use, including exclamation point time will let you know what time it is here, which is important to let you know if you're in a different time zone than the Pacific time. Exclamation point uptime will let you see how long the stream has been up. There's also some dice rolls that you can do for subs only. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed. You can use exclamation point D100, D20, D12, and so on to randomize a fun dice roll, and that's always a good time for it. Yes, we do need a clothing line, Kellen Legion. We will be working on that, but our partners are doing a pretty good job so far, making as much apparel and stuff out there for you guys to dig into. Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes is our next release. I hate to tell you this, but we actually got a shipment of books in the office today. That's right, I have the physical book in hand. On future D&D news, I will bring them in here and show you how amazing they look, including the alternate cover that you can only get in game stores on May 18th. The book will be available everywhere with a standard cover designed by Jason Rainville on May 29th, but you should check out it in your local game store and try to pick up the alternate cover if you can. That is designed by Vance Kelly, and it's got the blues and golds in it that I really love. It's a lot of the chrome and everything that's going around here in this Twitch channel. Couple other things I want to let you guys know about. Warriors of Waterdeep is a game that's being developed by Ludia. It is a mobile game, kind of a lane fighter, where you can have your adventurers travel in a vertical line kind of way and deal damage against creatures like ogres or red dragons. Lots of fun stuff. There's a whole economy of buying and selling of magic items. It looks really fun, and they're working hard to get it going. So go check out their website if you're interested to find out more about that. It should be coming in Q2 of this year, so I'm excited. A bunch of fun stuff in the media. We were talking about Mordenkainen's Mayhem, and our friends at Bell of Lost Souls wrote up a recap of last week's matchup. It was the Gith bracket. We're in Mordenkainen's Mayhem. We are showing off some of the new monsters from this book. In Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, that's coming out, honestly. And by having them do battle against each other. A lot of them are the higher challenge ratings monsters for high-level challenges. And we like to take members of the Dungeons & Dragons team them up with a monster, and have them fight it out in a death match that's been dungeon mastered by Chris Lindsay, which is super fun. Last week, we did a really fun battle in the Gith bracket between the Gith-Zerai Anarch, played by Matt Warren, and the Gith Yankee Supreme Commander, played by Shelly Mazanoble. And do we have the video for that ready to go by any chance? We do. All right. So, yeah, let's play that, and then I will get to more talking about the write-up that our friends at the Bell of Lost Souls wrote up for us. So we're going to show you that recap right now so you can see what happened last week.
Welcome to a recap of the second match of Mordenkainen's Mayhem. I'm Greg Tito, filling in for Bart Carroll as he's adventuring in the wilds of Southeast Asia right now. On this week's creature competition, we have the Gith-Zerai Anarch, played by Matt Warren, versus the Gith Yankee Supreme Commander, played by Shelly Mazanoble. Hi, Shelly. I'll let the inimitable Dungeon Master Chris Lindsay handle the more colorful introduction.
That's right! In this corner, wearing elaborate Astroforged plate armor and toting a massive silver greatsword, we have the Gith Yankee Supreme Commander Shelly.
Yeah!
She's got a huge chip on those massive pauldrons, and the only thing she hates more than Gith-Zerai scum are mind flayers. In the other corner, wearing not much more than a gauzy cloak draped over silk pajamas and a smile.
Just get out of bed?
Yeah, straight from his latest tour of Limbo, the Gith-Zerai Anarch Matt. He's got no weapons but bare hands and a bad attitude. What? And the only thing he hates more than Gith Yankee tyrants are mind flayers.
The match begins with some high-flying shenanigans from the Gith-Zerai Anarch to taunt his blood-sworn opponent. Shelly attempts to respond with the Supreme Commander's handy-dandy Big B's hand spell to slap the Anarch aside, but unfortunately rolls the first of many critical failures. Sorry, Shelly. The Gith-Zerai Anarch, unhappy with the idea of deadly aerial combat, casts a globe of invulnerability to shut down any spell attacks. So the Gith Yankee Supreme Commander resorts to flinging a silver sword at the Gith-Zerai. Sadly for Shelly, the attack is unable to break through the Anarch's armor class of 20. A counter telekinesis attack with the sword also fails. Dungeon Master Chris Lindsay asks Shelly to roll an intelligence saving throw due to a spell from an unknown assailant, which Shelly also botches, taking 22 points of psychic damage and stunning the commander. Sorry, Shelly. The attacker is revealed to be a Mind Flayer, the sworn enemy of both the Gith Yankee and the Gith-Zerai. There is some more sword flinging, then the Supreme Commander uses telekinesis to hurl the Gith-Zerai at the Mind Flayer, which Matt allows to happen, dealing 11 points of damage to both of them, you know, as an improvised weapon. Because of the Gith-Zerai's now close proximity to the Mind Flayer, the Anarch punched it in its octopus face for 31 points of damage, like you do.
Please use my sword.
Absolutely.
For once and for all.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go and.
Who are you attacking?
The Mind Flayer.
No, I'm gonna attack.
Roll the hit.
This is the beginning of the end for Matt's Gith-Zerai. The Gith Yankee deals 62 points of damage with its swords. The Mind Flayer puts the Gith-Zerai to sleep, and the Gith Yankee deals the killing blow with 14d6 damage.
47?
47, then you take 110 points of damage as the Mind Flayer extracts your brain.
Oh!
The fight is over,
Can't
folks.
she, like, aim for the brain?
There you have it, folks. The winner of this match is the Gith Yankee Supreme Commander, played by Shelly Mazanoble. Yay, Shelly! She will go on to face Emi Tanji and the Sybarix Demon in the next round of Mordenkainen's Mayhem. Tune in on Monday at 4 p.m. Pacific Time to see the next match as Kate Welch faces off against Ari Levitch with 2 new creatures from Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes, only on twitch.tv/DND.
All right. Did you recognize the voiceover from that crazy recap? It was me. All right. Well, thank you to J.R. Zambrano for writing this up on Bell of Lost Souls. He showed off all, or she showed off all of the amazing artwork that were put together for the entire thing about the Githyanki Supreme Commander and everything like that, which I really appreciated. So thank you for that. And I also like the little shout out at the end. March Mayhem brings April aggro. I think that says it all right there. So that's awesome. And then also at least a new outlet for me, the Odyssey online, talked to us about getting new players into D&D. Let's show up what that looks like there. Yeah, so the Odyssey went through and detailed what a Dungeon Master was, what various dice are used for, and how to develop a character. And they also shared that a game, D&D is like a game that can bring people together. I totally believe this. Like, it can be a little bit disconcerting, difficult, confusing at first, but as time passes, you become more accustomed to it and things fall into place and you'll have the best time of your life. So that's pretty awesome. I can't agree with that sentiment more than enough. It's good stuff. And I want to say thank you to the writer who's not credited on here, Brooke Emily. Thank you to Brooke Emily for writing that up for the Odyssey. Good stuff. And then finally, Geek and Sundry, our friends there, did a very interesting kind of article about what could inspire your Warlock. This was posted by Rob Wieland. Warlocks are a different character. I know they're a favorite of Mike Merle's as well as some other members of the team, but they weren't always a part of Dungeons & Dragons. And actually in the Lore You Should Know segment we just recorded yesterday, we talked about stars and star spawn and how those were integral to the Warlock design in 3.5, 4th, and now 5th. But if you're, it might be a little bit outside of your norm to come up with ways to inspire your Warlock in Dungeons & Dragons. So Geek and Sundry's Rob Wieland had a couple of ideas. With the Undertaker from the wrestling world is a great possible inspiration for a Warlock. Captain Jack Sparrow, of course, he's got the whole pirate thing going on, but the way he looks and dresses, maybe even acts as being touched by something might be a great inspiration to you. And then, of course, Ash from Evil Dead and possibly my favorite movie in that genre, Army of Darkness, would be a fantastic inspiration for a Warlock character who is perhaps embodied. Maybe it's Evil Ash from Army of Darkness, but that idea, even that whole windmill scene in which he kind of goes crazy with little tiny ashes split into shards and they're eating him and then like he gets an eye sprouted. Like that whole like touch with madness, I think is something that Warlocks have to fight with on a daily basis. So I love all these suggestions, and as always, pulling stuff from pop cultures is super fun when you're trying to figure out what to do for your D&D character. All right. I only have a couple more minutes, so I'm going to get into some fun stuff that you can see for yourself, some tactile things. Our friends at WizKids have these amazing products available. The Kraken is one of them. I might show that next week, but I want to open up another booster box. But before I do that, I wanted to tell you all about an amazing show that's happening on Friday. We do it once a month here at the Dungeons & Dragons office, and that is Nathan Stewart's Fireside Chats. That's right, it's happening this Friday at 10 a.m. I'm singing that because I'm not sure it's true. 11 a.m. He will be joined by Kate Welch in the office, and Nathan wanted to make sure he let me know that he has been practicing his Photoshop skills. You may see some crazy Photoshops drop during the course of that hour. He will also answer any questions that you might have, and Kate Welch, who has joined the team in the last few months, she's actually very excited that Morning King and Stomaphos is the first D&D product to have her name in the credits, which I remember that moment so long ago with Out of the Abyss when I started here. But yeah, she'll be joining. You can fire any questions you might have at her. I think Nathan will be collecting questions both from his Twitter, which is at Nathan B. Stewart on Twitter, or is it Novice Nate? It might be Novice Nate. I'm not sure which one it is. And then also, if you have any questions for Kate, we'll be bringing them on and having you guys talk to them. They're really frank, really honest. Nathan spoils a lot too, so you might convince him to let you know something. Maybe he'll crack open Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes and let you know what's happening with some of the monsters there that he's playing with. And then, of course, you can watch Nathan play against Kate Irwin. That's a different Kate. She is the interior art director for all of the monsters and all of our products, all of our books. She commissions most of the art that you see within the Dungeons & Dragons products. She will be battling against Nathan Stewart in the next Mordenkainen's Mayhem, and that's 4 p.m. Pacific time on Monday, right after, well, actually, no, I think we won't have a Dragon Talk live recording that day. So you can just tune in at 4 p.m. and watch all of the madness happen. We're not going to let you know exactly what monster they will be playing with. You'll have to tune in or perhaps check out our social media to find out more about what Kate Irwin and Nathan Stewart will be battling with for the final initial round matchup of Mordenkainen's Mayhem. And then next week after that, April 9th is next weekend, next week. So then it's April 16th at 4 p.m. Pacific time. I'm very good at math. That's why I'm a D&D player. We will have the first of many matchups between the winners. So it'll be Shelly Mazanoble versus Emi Tanji and their respective creatures. The Githyanki Supreme Commander versus the Subriex Demon, which should be pretty exciting. Okay, so on to the more tactile fun stuff here. As I said, Wizkid's Monster Menagerie 3 is out in stores now. It holds on to it contains 44 different new 44 figures. Some of them you might have seen in previous sets before, but most of them are new. Oh, in fact, this one is the Hill Giant. Oh, check that out. Bum, bum, bum. Each one of these booster packs comes with 4 miniatures, one of which is huge or large, and this Hill Giant is of the huge category. I love that she's got a huge pack on the back full of livestock and other things that she might have plundered. These are the ones that came. Ooh, look at this. It's a Gnoll, very vicious looking Gnoll, which you might use in your Out of the Abyss campaign or just to mess stuff up whenever you can. And this one looks like it's got looks like some silver pieces or something underneath its belt there. Here is a very underrepresented race in Dungeons & Dragons right now. It is the Gnome Wizard, one of my favorites. I had a friend in New York who basically always played with gnomes because he had an excellent gnome voice. And this Gnome Wizard is pretty badass. I think it would live really well under his control. The case may be, it's got a staff and also looks like some kind of a dagger that might be being thrown right there. So good stuff there. And then this might be my favorite one in this here group. That's a pretty awesome bard. Now I'm basically going to play a bard in every campaign from now on using this miniature. Look at that metal. Ooh, let me make sure it's focused on it. There you go. He's just rocking out there. That is a power chord pose if I've ever seen it. I love it. I love the purple flowing robes, the top knot ponytail. Everything about this miniature is awesome, and you should get it into your campaign as soon as possible. I don't know if it's a tiefling. It kind of looks like an elf of some kind with the pointy ears. But yeah, could be a tiefling. I think the purple kind of makes it a little bit tiefling-y. Yeah, I can see that. Good call. Gnomes and gnolls together is normal. That's right. Maybe they should hang out more often, these gnomes and gnolls. Hi, how's it going? Pretty good. All right, see you later. Bye. Okay, bye. I feel like I'm playing with my 6-year-olds right now. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for bearing with me and all this fun stuff. I didn't get a chance to go through all the amazing things that are happening on the Twitch channel, so I'll just give you some highlights. We are hosting Dice Camera Action tonight. It's starting very soon. It is episode 88, as I said. Last session was pretty crazy. Juniper the Mouse is alive, Evelyn is in the afterlife, and on the other side of the Shadow Crossing, the living parties of the member end up with the Sohn sisters. I can't wait to see how these clones, the awful crew, end up acting. Sirens of the Realms is tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And then, of course, we got Acquisitions Incorporated, the C Team. It was a long thing because they had it was basically their mid-season break. They're off for a few weeks. But it's pretty cool. We'll be telling you more about what happened in the D&D news to come. They are resuming on April 25th. So mark your calendars for that. And then at 7 p.m., the Maze Arcana Inkwell Society. A whole bunch of stuff happening on Thursday, including Codename Entertainment, which will have Strix. Holly Conrad will be joining that stream on Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific Time. Codename Entertainment Idle Champions is a wonderful game, and you should check it out. And they have added Strix to the thing. It is really great. We are now drawing all of the winners, 20 winners for the Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition that is coming out right now. That's why all that's happening there in the chat. But you should check out Holly on Thursday at 1 p.m. Pacific Time, and she's going to be hanging out with all of the crew at Codename Entertainment, talking about what it was like getting Strix into the game and letting you know how to unlock her if you haven't already in there. Idle Champions is a fantastic game. You send people out on adventures, and they kill monsters, collect loot, get XP, all in real time, so you can kind of walk away for a little bit, leave it running in the background, come back, and all of the monsters will have been slain. You can, of course, play it by killing monsters and making the process go farther, but tons of fun. You can recruit lots of people within D&D lore, including Minsk and Boo, a lot of the folks from Force Grey, and now Strix from the Waffle Crew. So again, check that out, 1 p.m. Pacific Time. And then, of course, check out the Fireside Chat at 11 a.m. On Friday with Nathan Stuart. It's going to be Kate Welch will be in the studio with him. It'll be happening right next door. You should go do it. There will be an actual fire involved, and you can ask him all the questions you want, and perhaps he'll be giving away some fun stuff there, and as well as some amazing Photoshops, which are always happening there. So good stuff all around. Thank you guys so much. I'm going to get out of here and let Chris Perkins get ready for the rest of the Raffle crew. We're going to play a couple of ads right now. For those of you who have not subscribed, you might get a couple of these coming your way. But in the meantime, enjoy it, and we will be back with Dice Camera action starting in just about 2 minutes. All right, awesome. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.